The reality of how long it's taken us to get to where we're at.
Between us right now, probably on easily 150 plus between us.
Oh, comfortably. I think we're closer to the 200
Yeah,
at the minute.
between us as and that's one-to-one clients, by the way. Yeah. That's not group coaching or anything.
The point with this is there is literally nothing special that we have done. We have done nothing exceptional. We have done nothing out of the ordinary. We have just been consistent.
Yeah.
That is it. In the first year, this is a year of posting daily emails, courses, seminars. My average number of clients after 1 year was 5.
I did my first fitness posting basically kind of like March or April 2021. My first client sign up was either November or December. No business just goes up and up all the time. There's going to be lulls, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs.
Got up to sort of 22, 23, 24 clients. I then dropped back down. So when I started with Mike in 2022, bearing in mind year one for me was 2019 or maybe 2018. By 2022, I dropped back down to 12 clients. It's just such a long process. You have to be willing to be in it for a long time.
It's like the equivalent of a fat loss client coming in and saying, having 50 kilograms to lose and saying, I want to be shredding in 12 weeks.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
Yeah. All right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Fish and a rice cake.
Fish and a rice cake.
I'm Jake, aka Dave, Big Dave.
Little Dave.
Little Dave, apparently now. Yeah. What's the word?
You've been demoted.
That's it. Yeah, I've been demoted. So back again, just to slightly above, we'll say, online coaches.
Average.
Yeah, slightly above average. I didn't even say average.
Slightly
I said slightly above. Slightly above what? Online coaches, just chatting about how we coach our clients and how we've built our business over the years, and actually going to talk quite a bit about that in this one today.
Yes.
Going into the actual details of how we've got to where we are right now, because I don't think we've spoken about that just yet. I know we've done it when we did the talk on it last November.
Yeah,
we did go into a little bit of the stats and the numbers over the years and sort of the reality of what it looked like.
Yeah, but I think it'd be useful for people.
I think
to
it will.
Hear that.
But before we do, because I know you're dying to get it out of your system, so let's just get this conversation over with. You've been to Oasis. How was it?
Oh, mate. It was literally the best night of my life. Like, I'm not even joking. In fact,
no, I know.
Actually,
I know
no. Actually, cut that bit out. My kids being born, best days of my life.
Well, you said best night of the life. So if you were born in the morning, you get away with it.
That's very true. Yeah. But I was saying to Louise the other day. Obviously, Theo and Brody being born, 100%. They have, they're top two.
You've already dug a hole, don't
you? then trying
this
to
is
get
not
myself
getting
out of
edit.
it.
This
now.
is not
Trying
getting
to get
edited
myself
out
out of it. Louise don't listen anyway. It's fine. And then it was probably Aguero scoring the winner against QPR in 2011. Because I was there. I mean, that was just like, that was biblical, man. Right, biblical. Anyway. And then it was Oasis. It was so fucking good, honestly.
I couldn't get tickets.
I know you could. Do you know what? We got really lucky.
Yeah, I know you. I think you had friends that.
Yeah, I was in the queue all day. Trying to get. Yeah. I think we tried Dublin first because they went live before the Manchester ones, and I tried Manchester, and it was just like there was no chance. Do you know? I think I was like 500,000 in the queue, which wasn't going down, and I had a couple of mates who managed to get to the front, and then they got kicked out. There was all sorts of shit going on. Like, it just seemed like a nightmare to get tickets. But Louise's mate, like, this is just ridiculous, who didn't even want to go herself.
Yeah.
Right. So one of her mates asked her, said, "Can you just go on and see if you can get tickets because we're desperate to go?" So yeah, I'll just log on. So she logged on at like 9 o'clock when they went live. I've been sat there since like 6 a.m. with like fucking iPad open, laptop open, the whole shebang. Right, my phone, like trying to get in. Anyway, she's logged on at 9 o'clock, just on a whim, straight to number one.
Mental, innit?
So I think it just shows that it was completely like flawed, the system. Anyway, she managed to get 4 tickets, so she got 2 for her 2 mates who wanted them, and then she rang me and Louise and was like, "She's got 2 tickets. I don't want them. Do you want them?" And we were like, "Yeah, of course."
That's good. Is that like we were literally on? I was on my laptop, Soph was on hers. We had our phones open. I was trying to get them for us, my brother and his wife as well.
Yeah.
We looked at Dublin, we looked at Edinburgh, we looked at Manchester. Obviously.
I go anywhere, man.
Do you know what? The only place we didn't look at was London. I was like, I don't know. I drew the line. I was like, I can't be asked going to London for it.
I would have gone London 100%.
I don't know what it is about. I've been twice in my life. I'm really not asked about it.
I don't like London. Like,
I don't know why I'd happily fly to Dublin or go up to Edinburgh, which is further away.
Dublin and Edinburgh just.
I do love Edinburgh. I've not been to Dublin. I went to Belfast for the first time.
Yeah, of course you did.
That was really good,
didn't you? Yeah, Belfast is mint as well. But Dublin's quality. Like that would be a great place to go for it.
It would be good.
It's just good cracking.
I'd love to have gone to Murrayfield up in Edinburgh for it.
Yeah.
One of my clients actually has just got like literally about a month ago has got last minute tickets to go in Murrayfield.
I do think
I just told him not to talk to me.
I do think it was like, I think their most iconic kind of concept back in the day was Nebworth. So if they do Nebworth again, I'll try and get tickets for that. But it's like quarter of a million people who go to that. So it's talking like Glastonbury kind of vibes. Yeah. Anyway, but I do think it was because we went to the first one back in Manchester. So it was on the Friday. It was the first show back. And it just felt like it was like everything I wanted it to be. Like there was the nostalgia, everything. Do you know?
Didn't fall out on stage then?
Didn't fall out on stage. He was slating United fans. He got everyone doing the Poznan as well, which is like a big city thing. It was just very funny. And like Pep was there. And
I saw that about Pep.
We were very close to Pep. So we went into the ballot for the front standing section. And we didn't really know what the front standing thing was. We were just like, yeah, whatever, like kind of put us in if you want to, to the girl who got the tickets, because the other two wanted to go into the ballot for that. And then on the day, we met up with a couple of my mates, a couple of their partners and stuff, and we had a few drinks. And when we got to the entrance at Heaton Park, we got turned away. And we were like, gutted. They were like, you've got to go in a different entrance. And we were like, we just want to be with our mates kind of thing. There's no way we can come in this way. And they're like, no, you can't. You've got to kind of go, like, you're 20 minutes in that direction. We're like, fuck's sake. So anyway, we carried on walking. And we got there and we're like, shit, we didn't realise. We're front standing. So like where we were originally going in was you're miles back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas all of a sudden we're slap bang in the middle, right at the front. Like Pep was like 20 metres away in his private little enclosure with like the guy.
You didn't fancy going up and showing him your fantasy team then? Just giving him a few tips.
Transfer advice, do you know what I mean?
A few
transfer advice.
He's missed a trick there, he'll kick himself.
Mate, he was mint. Honestly, it was so good. And then just got covered in piss and beer and everything else. And
sounds brilliant.
Yeah. Which is just a normal Friday for me, to be fair, anyway. But like, it was just good to have Oasis on in the background.
It's just nice that it's not the kids that are doing it. It's actually out somewhere else.
But no, it was mint, mate. And then even, because obviously Manchester's just been, you'll know, like Manchester's been buzzing, hasn't it? Like for the last couple of weeks, it's just been, even when Oasis hasn't been on, do you know what I mean? People have just been walking around in bucket hats and fucking Adidas tops and stuff. And it's like, it's just been mint.
Is it Adidas or Adidas?
I call it Adidas. I think it's Adidas though, but I call it Adidas.
I've heard people say Adidas.
Yeah.
No, it's like Nike.
But then we went to Nathan's wedding at the weekend.
Yes, yeah, I saw photos.
Who's one of my clients, and it was really nice to be invited. Obviously, we had a really good day, and obviously he's a Manc, he's a City fan, and they got married in town, just outside in Spinningfields, just near the Oast House. Yeah. And it was on the Saturday, so Oasis were on later in that day, so town was rammed anyway. And as they were doing like the ceremony, all you could hear was just like, little by little was just blasting in the background. It was like, it was just, the whole thing was just mint. So yeah, if you get a chance to go Oasis, go. They're now doing, I think they've added more dates, but it's all like, they've obviously gone worldwide, haven't they? Doing the US.
Yeah.
I think I saw one in like Buenos Aires. I was like, can I go there?
The kids will be fine.
But it's one of them where like, now because we did that first Friday, Heaton Park, like the return one, it was so good. Like the memories were just amazing. I'm like, would I take those? You know, is it always is it as good the second time?
You say that, but if someone turned around and said, "I've got," to
definitely fucking go.
There you go then.
100%.
So you're just chatting shit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to cover up the fact I'm not going to go. Yeah, basically.
Right. Well, that took up a lot longer than I thought it would do.
Yeah, I could talk about that for the whole episode, mate. So good.
I'm going to need my laptop for this one because there's numbers on there that
I
can't remember to save.
I'll get mine up. Not anything else. My numbers.
So we are going to chat about like how the reality of how long it's taken us to get to where we're at, and we're not saying fucking pinnacle of the industry or anything like that by any stretch or any mean, but we're in a pretty good spot. We're doing like
I feel like we're really bad at showing this, you know. I was thinking about this yesterday.
Talking about it.
I don't like talking about it either, but I was thinking it probably would add a little bit of clout at some point to actually tell people on numbers, not financials, but I'm talking like client numbers and things.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we've only got 3,000 followers, and I think sometimes when
each 6,000 between us,
6,000,
so
6,000,
you know,
basically influence.
We're getting brand deals any day now.
Any day, fish and a rice cake. It's coming, isn't it? Like Snacker Jacks, they're coming our way, coming in your ears. But I think it's one of those where people would assume just because I think followers with the online coaching space seems to mean like something. I don't know why.
It seems to like the more followers you have, the more
authority and the more perceived. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Like
it's normally the other way around.
Yeah, and
to a degree.
So we've got just for context. I think we're probably. I know that between us right now, probably on easily 150 plus between
Oh,
us.
comfortably. I think we're closer to the 200
Yeah,
at the minute.
between us as and that's one-to-one clients, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not group coaching or anything.
Yeah.
Well, group coaching starting again soon. Blitz, get involved. But that is just one-to-one clients, and we've got, like I say, 3,000 followers each. So
yeah, I've got
just...
here. We've got about 12 years between us. I think maybe slightly more in the industry. I think I started in 2019, so yeah, 6 years.
Online wise,
I was PT
online wise,
before
that's
that.
about right. Yeah,
Nearly 200 clients. I mean, we've got hundreds of shoot results by now between us, haven't we? Like literally hundreds. And we are literally coaching coaches for the most part now, whether that's with physique stuff or some
business stuff.
it is business stuff. I don't want to say business coaching because I feel like a wanker saying that, but it is more down the line of actually helping the coaches become better coaches, how to create better content, and better copywriting. Just kind of, it is business coaching.
It is, but I just don't like that. I just hate the whole nuance of it in the industry.
But it is very much led by how are you actually coaching people yourself.
100%. It's about becoming the best coaches and building businesses based on values is the way that I like to think about it, because there are some people out there who it's all just wanky tactics and sales and all shit.
Well,
whereas ours is like,
point of this,
if you are a good coach, if you are getting results for people, if you care about people, and if you've got a really strong message, like everything that we've ever done has been based on values and opinions. It's been nothing more than that. And it's got us to this kind of place. So that's what we really want to help coaches do.
Because there's all that stuff has set up so many unrealistic expectations now with coaches when they're starting out, that you can just go from 0 to fucking 50 clients within the space of 6 months, and you should be expecting to get thousands of followers and all this kind of stuff in no time at all. And we're constantly having to like almost bring people back down to earth and be like, that is just very, very... I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, because there are extreme cases for some people where it has, but it's very, very, very unlikely to happen. And you actually, like any other career, if you want to make a good career out of it, you need to be willing to be in it for a long, long, long
And there's no career like online coaching when it comes to financials. Like, I know Mike and Dan have spoken that before, but in reality, like the increase in salary that you can get in this industry just isn't matched anywhere else. And I think, unfortunately, coaches they see the big wins, they see the people doing like the big months and loads of clients and all that kind of stuff, and they assume that it's come quickly. Do you know what I mean?
They think it comes quickly. They think it comes easily.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. So I just pulled up some of our numbers for this episode, for some of my stats, just to go through. This is my average client numbers from the first year I started to literally last year I went up to, so year 6, because I'm in year 7 now. And in the first year, my average clients after, and this is, by the way, this is within a year. This is a year of posting pretty much every day. This is a year of emailing. At that point, I was almost doing daily emails. This is a year of going on courses, seminars, like doing as much as I could possibly do. I'm not saying I was doing it well, but I was consistent. Yep. My average number of clients after 1 year was 5. Mm-hmm. That was it. It was 5. Year 2, it went to 12. So I was on average 7 clients up. Again, after another full year of posting every day, being on social media, emailing all the time, trying to go to courses, going to seminars, trying to become a better coach, talking about it, speaking to people. 7 clients. And I feel like now, if we had coaches come in and we said, if you do all this, in a year's time, you might have 7 more clients, they would literally, they'd walk out the door, the most of them, because they just think it's shit. But
if you're starting from scratch, that's really good.
But the point is, that's what it takes. Like, but after 2 years, I was on 12 clients on average. 2 years. And we speak to people that complain that they're not on that after 3 months. Yeah. And it's like, you've got so far to go.
Your expectations are just wildly
wildly
off. I mean, just to very quickly touch on that, obviously we'll go into my numbers and stuff soon, but I think I posted every single day. I think it was for about 6 or 7 months. Every single day, didn't miss a single day. Sometimes I was posting twice a day before I signed up 1 client. And that my first client, I remember the call. I remember I took it. I remember who it was. I remember she's still speak to her now. And that was at £60 a month as well. So like I posted 7 months every single day. I signed up 1 client, £70, £60 a month. I was buzzing. I remember buzzing my tits off as well. Like, fucking hell, I
think at that time I was charging about 75 quid a month. Yeah, because I remember when I put my prices up to £100 a month in the 3rd year, and I was shitting myself because I put all of my clients up to that price, even the pre-existing ones, and I lost clients when I did it. I lost a few clients, and I was shitting myself about doing that. So year 1 was 5, year 2 was 12, year 3 I went up to 22. So about a net increase of 10, which in a year, again, pretty good. That's nearly an extra client every single month. Year 4, I went down to 20. Yeah. So I actually dropped 2 after another full year of posting every day, sometimes twice a day by that point, emailing all the time, conversations, coaching, putting out results, all this kind of stuff, showing my own journey, training, doing photo shoots. And I was down 2 clients. Again, I think if that was now, and if most coaches, if they did all that effort and they were down by 2 clients at the end of the year, I think a lot of them would have already been looking for other jobs, thinking that it's just not working and it's done.
Yeah.
And then year 5, I went up to 27. So again, only up 5 from the 2 years previous. And then year 6 went up to 45, and then since then it has gone up more and more and more. Yeah. But the point being, it was like 5 years to go from 5 to 27. So net 22 clients across 5 years. So what's that, 60 months? And I was 22 clients up.
Yep.
Like, it was slow, and it was up and down all the
and
time.
I know you, and I know that you're easily probably one of the most consistent people. So I know you won't have missed a single day of posting.
Well, this was the other thing. Since I know for a fact, since I first ever started with Mike, from a coaching perspective, which was the 1st of April 2022, I've not missed a day of posting. Yeah. Since the 1st of April.
And that's the thing, right? So you have some coaches say, I'm not getting any traction with like inquiries and sign-ups and my followers and get whatever else that they're worried about. And I look at the page and I'm like, listen, you're actually doing really well. You've posted 50 times or 100 times. Like, me and you were on 2,000 posts. Yeah. Maybe more. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's all it is here. That's all it is.
And we, by the way, we're on, so 2,000 posts. We've been doing this for now 6-7 years. Mm-hmm. And we will still put out calls to action on our stories, showing our results, and get nothing. And consistently for weeks. Yeah. Yeah. And that's normal. That is completely normal. And yet there's coaches, like you said, in positions where they're in the early days. And look, you're starting out, you're learning, you don't know, that's fine. But they're complaining about it. And it's like, it's just such a long process. You have to be willing to be in it for a long time.
It's like the equivalent of a fat loss client coming in and saying, having 50 kilograms to lose and saying, I want to be shredding 12 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
We're like, well, it's just impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same.
And then complaining that they've not lost more weight, even though they've not stuck to the plan for 3 days out of the 7.
Exactly that. And again, just going back to so I was pretty useless at tracking my data to begin with, which is something that I wish I did more of. But I know I did my first fitness post in basically kind of like March or April 2021 to announce I was doing like online coaching. And I know that was March or April 2021. My first client sign up was either November or December 2021. So that's that timeline. So like £60. Now this is where it did go very quickly for me then, because something that I did, and I encourage a lot of coaches to do, even though I'd been in the industry for a long time as a face-to-face PT, I'd never like logged results, kept results. I'd never done any of that stuff, which was silly of me, but I never even knew about online coaching, which is why, anyway, could digress down that rabbit hole. So I got a bunch of either friends or ex-clients who I had in person, coached them for free, and I got them into photo shoot condition. I paid for a photo shoot, paid for the studio, the photographer, everything, right? So it was a massive expense on my behalf. And that helped me, like, I not blew up, but it helped me go pretty quick. So from that one client, this did go very, very fast, actually, because then I went to July 2022, I had 25 clients. Mm-hmm. So I've gained 25 clients in that 6 months, but I did my own shoot prep in there. As I say, there was a load of expense with my clients who, the people that I was paying for them to do the shoots and all that, coaching them completely free of charge. I was also taking on clients at very low cost. So like a lot, although it sounds amazing, like a lot of them were on 60 quid a month, and then I was like, fuck, I need to charge more. Then it was this and that. So I was still figuring things out. It was all kind of figuring stuff out.
But before that bump, how long had you spent showing up every single day?
That's what I'm saying. It was
every day,
emailing
every day.
8-9 months.
How many sick days did you take in that time?
None, not a single one.
Literally.
Yeah, and I was working 2 jobs at the time. Yeah. So I was working during the week. I had like basically a 9 to 5, and then I was doing my online coaching in the evening and weekends.
Yeah. And that's it. Like and I know you're the exact same, because we've spoken about this. In the 7 years I've been doing this, I've had 1 sick day. Yeah. Yeah. There's people that we speak.
I had one, and I was stressing about it.
It was
relatively
I was stressing about it. Yeah, you were really stressing about it. Yeah. But you were like, it was similar when I took my sick day. I was literally throwing up all night and all day. Yeah. And I had to push my check-ins back a day. Yeah. I've had conversations with coaches who have given themselves a full week off because they've felt stressed, like literally because they felt stressed, or because the car's broken down, and they've taken a week off. And I don't want this to come, because it might do, and if it does, we're going to sound like dicks. I don't want it to come across like we're trying to be like, oh yeah, we're fucking
No, we're not on about
we're
this.
amazing.
We think we've said that as well.
The point with this is there is literally nothing special that we have done. We have done nothing exceptional. We have done nothing out of the ordinary. We have just been consistent.
Yeah.
And that is it.
And that's it. And like,
patient.
so for example, just going back to that,
Really
just
patient,
to give some context, like, I think I started with about 300, 400 followers. When I first started tracking my followers was July 2022. So this is 14 months into my journey. So I'm at 1,400 followers at this point. So that's grown a decent amount, to be fair, but still not a huge amount. Anyway, I've got 25 clients. By the end of 2022, I was on 35. So I'd added 10 in pretty much that entire year, which again is not even +1 net positive per month. Most coaches would be upset about that. Still really good growth though in the grand scheme of things. I was building an email list at this time as well. I was refining my niche all the time. Again, stuff that coaches just don't realise takes time. By the end of 2023, I was on 62. So, but again, at this point, I've got 430 email subscribers. I've also now posted pretty much every single day for the best part of 2.5 years. And that was obviously a very, very good year. I think we had a couple of photo shoots and stuff like that, maybe a couple of group coaching launches. And in fairness, since then, there's been ups and downs. Do you know, there's been lulls. There's been periods of time where I've dropped 4 or 5 clients in a month, and then I've gained 4 or 5 clients the next month. Like, again, I think a lot of coaches expect their progress to be linear. And it's just like,
make content all day saying how weight loss isn't linear.
Yes. And it's the same thing. It's the same with this. Like, it might appear that you're constantly growing, but you've got to, like any other business, that like no business just goes up and up all the time. There's going to be lulls, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs.
And on that, like,
trends.
I've had times within those years that I was mentioning when I got up to sort of 22, 23, 24 clients, I then dropped back down. So when I started with Mike in 2022, bearing in mind year one for me was 2019 or maybe 2018, by 2022, I dropped back down to 12 clients.
Yeah.
There were times throughout all that where I didn't want to check my work phone. I was worried that if I opened my phone, it'd be another cancellation. I didn't want to show up. I didn't want to go to work because I was literally so worried. I was looking on Indeed for other jobs. Like, there have been times where that happens, but I still showed up and I still posted and I still did my check-ins and I still had conversations, because at the end of the day, I was like, well, if I don't do it, it's only going to go that way.
Yeah.
Like, you've got no other option.
That's it. And like, we've not done anything fancy here. There's no, like, you know, you hear other business coaches, whatever, kind of talking about all these fancy tactics. I had a guy that I've got a call with next week show me what someone's told him to do, and it's just mental. Like, the stuff that he's been told to do is just insane. I'm like, we've not done anything crazy
Literally
there.
Nothing.
It's just, again, it's based on values, results, opinions. It's when we've not gone viral. Do you know, there's been nothing like that at all.
Literally nothing.
It's just like, but again, I just don't think people realise that. Do you know, it's like 4 years worth of posting. I don't want to do that. Kind of got to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we'll still be posting every single day in another 4 years.
Literally, it's that, innit? It's like, are you willing to spend the next few years posting once, twice a day, on weekends, on your phone, on weekends, on evenings, having conversations, putting out calls to action, looking after your own physique, documenting that journey, to maybe be halfway to where you would like to be? Yeah. Like, maybe at a push.
Maybe.
It might go better.
Definitely maybe.
It might not. Definitely. Fucking hell. Right, we're leaving it there because we're not going back into Oasis again. I'll start crying.
But no, yeah, that's it. Just like, again, I just think we just wanted to highlight the journey, the consistency, and like, you know, I think sometimes it's easy people see the tip of the iceberg, don't they? They're like, oh, like, you're so lucky to be where you are. And it's like, no, maybe, but we've also worked very fucking hard. And like, we have showed up every single day for the last 4 years.
Yeah. We still are even now. Like, last night I was working till midnight.
That's what I mean. Like, and we're still posting between 7 and 10 times a week. And we actively don't actually need clients right now. I'm not saying we don't want them. Like, if you want to work, it's fine.
No, it's fine. He's full. Message me.
But no,
forget about him.
But you know what I'm saying, though? We're not.
Yeah.
Whereas I see coaches who are like desperate for clients, who tell me they really want clients, and you're posting less than me.
Yeah.
You're doing less call to actions than me. You're doing less emails than me. So do you see where there's a disconnect here?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. And again, this isn't like a grind harder culture thing. Like, we both enjoy lots of breaks, and we're in a position now where we can have a bit more downtime and stuff, which is great. Spend time with the family, have some evenings off, some weekends off. But so it's not just like work all the time, 24/7 shit, but it's like there has to be periods of time where you really go for it. There's a period of time, like I said, where I was working 2 jobs. I remember Louise told me she was pregnant with Thea, and I just quit my job to chase this full time. And because I might have had a decent client base, but I was charging very little, so my average, my money coming in wasn't great. I was like, fuck, this is a bit stressful. Yeah. And I had to make it work.
But then you certainly use that to spur you on.
Yeah, had to make it work. To make it work.
So there we are. So that's been a long one, I think.
Yeah, just a lot of Oasis chat, really, wasn't it?
Mainly, yeah. To be fair, people probably switched off after that. No one's even heard the rest of it.
We'll slide away now.
Oh my God. Please stop the recording.